we're gonna go see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This is the before, so look at this face, because after, I think I'm gonna be here, but with my head off, because I'm gonna just have my mind blown. Here we go. Let's do it. Friends, we just got out of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Was it great? Yes, it was. Should you go see it in theaters? Yeah, you should. I'm not going to be talking about spoilers in this, so if you don't want it to be spoiled for you, good news. That's not happening today. And I also need to talk to you about so many things, though, when we talk about spoilers, because there's so many things I want to say right now that I can't say. Have you wondered lately, why do I go to the movies? What's the point of going to the movies? Because none of these movies do I really need to go for. I could sit in my home and watch movies. Well, let me tell you, if you're thinking that this is a movie you need to see, because it is that good. It is every single detail that makes a movie amazing turned up to 11, and then some in some areas. On all levels is fantastic. The action is great. The sound design is great. The acting is great. The story is amazing. It is just really fun. And it has all the Mission Impossible tropes without making them feel dated. Even, I don't know if I can say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say it has the tropes. So if you're a Mission Impossible fan, watch this movie. And if you don't go to the theaters, you will have missed out. I know I say all the time you should go to the theaters. I know I say that a lot. But for this one, you will literally have missed out if you don't go see it in the theaters. This isn't like it's an optional. It's not optional. This is required. That's how good it is. I think it's hard because it's like, really, we do live in a world where we're just used to having everything come to us. And I really appreciate that when Tom Cruise, I feel like, is involved in a production, he went through the pandemic and I think thought to himself, like, I may not get to make movies again if this keeps going on. And he thought to himself, I need to make sure we can keep making movies. So I better make some movies that get butts in seats, because really, friends, and here's the reason why I say you should always go to the theater pretty much most of the time for most stuff. Because you should. Because honestly, this is how we can get movies like this made. It is expensive, especially in today's day and age, to make movies or do anything. And a lot of the ways that these people make their money to make productions happen is by going to the cinema, by you going to the cinema and buying a ticket. And I know it's not cheap, but seriously, it's worth it for this. What else should we talk about? The acting, the story.
The story is a two-parter. You know that going in because it's called Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yes. So.
But it feels like you can watch this movie and be completely satisfied by the end and still hungry for Part 2. But at no point does it feel like, oh, this movie's like, it's just setting up things for the next movie. No, this is a complete package.
I mean, it's definitely setting up some stuff for the next movie, but it is a complete package.
Yeah, no, it's setting up stuff, but it doesn't end with, well, here's the final mission, and then it cuts to credits. Absolutely not.
No. It builds up where we're going next, is what it does.
I have an idea of where we're going next.
But you don't really know.
But what they're going to do,
who knows?
I have no idea.
We don't know. Yeah, it is very much very complete. I would actually even say the interesting thing is, like, you'll get to the title, and I was like, honestly, that intro to the movie, before the title even plays, I was like, that's a complete movie. That's like a short film. How long was it before we hit the title sequence?
Oh my god.
15 minutes?
15, 20?
15, 20. And it really is so, like, it's such a perfect placement. Everything in this is so perfectly timed. That's one thing I want to say. I feel like they've really crushed, like, when do we stop this sequence of the movie? When do we keep going? I'm going to take my hair out. This is bothering me. I'm sorry if my hair is crazy. I won't put it on my mic. But I just needed to take my hair now. So, we were talking about Indiana Jones in comparison to this. And Indiana Jones is good. I like it. You all know if you've been here on my channel. But it's no Mission Impossible if we're talking adventure, action-packed films. This is amazing. This is like just 10 out of 10. Maybe 11 out of 10. It's really good.
It did everything Indiana Jones did, but better.
But way better. This is like, oh, that's the one thing I really want to talk about.
And literally, it literally did things Indiana Jones did.
It literally did things Indiana Jones did, yeah. But improved. It has many elements. It has car chases better. It has I don't know, can I say some of these things? It has sword fights. It has shootouts better. It has just overall like character development, I think, is even better, even though I still loved Indiana Jones. Yeah. It didn't make me cry as much as Indiana Jones, but yeah, I did cry in this too. It'll make you cry. It'll make you feel emotion. About the same, I think, though. About the same for me. However, Dead Reckoning Part 2, I feel like I'm going to be feeling a lot of emotion. I feel like I'm going to be spending most of my time emotional for that one. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the suspense, and I think that is something that it did a lot better than Indiana Jones, like by far. There are suspenseful moments in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, don't get me wrong, but in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, everything is suspenseful. And the crazy thing to me is that I've seen way more Mission Impossible movies, obviously, than Indiana Jones, right? Like, how many Indiana Jones movies do we have? 4? That's it? 5 with Dial of Destiny. Yeah, that's it. This is Mission Impossible 7, and I've seen all of these. I know Ethan Hunt will live. There were parts of this movie where I knew he was going to make it because other things were coming that I hadn't seen yet. And I was like, well, that's got to happen. So until that happens, he's alive. However, was I scared that he was going to die all the time? Yeah, I was. Even though I knew. And that is a skill in a movie, to make you that suspenseful when you already know that people are safe. Also, this movie has Haley Atwell. So never mind everything else. Just see it for Haley Atwell. Also, see it for Tom Cruise. I freaking love Tom Cruise. He is such an amazing actor. Good Lord, that man can act. I can't believe there's only going to be one more Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, and that'll be the end of Ethan Hunt. Unless he becomes a different character. Can he shapeshift? I hope so. Because I'm not ready to say goodbye to Tom Cruise. I seriously thought these movies might be the end of Tom Cruise because he's never going to want to stop doing these crazy stunts. And one day he might not make it, you know? And I was like, but if he went that way, I feel like he would go doing what he loves. And maybe that sounds really like sadistic of me to say, and dark. But at the same time, I think because my dad also does dangerous like stuff for a living, I was just like, that's a way to, like, if you're gonna go, like, it's still sad, obviously, but I think if you go out doing what you love, it's kind of beautiful. But I don't think that'll happen because they've already filmed part 2 for this, apparently. So that's done. So Tom's alive. So yay, that is good. And he is safe. And we also got to see him before the movie, which I really loved. He does have a little thanks for coming to the movies, which if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, that film also had that. And there's been a few other ones that are not associated with Tom Cruise that have had that. And I just think that's really beautiful because, yeah, like I said, really going out to the movies is helping to make sure that everyone that's on a production can get paid, and ideally get paid well, especially with everything else that's going on right now. I hope films like this really help us to see the importance of actors and writers and everyone on set. The people that you don't know what they do, but they're there and they're doing a lot of really hard work that only people that work on productions know about these other roles. Everyone's really important, and it takes a lot of people to make a movie, so definitely go out and see it. And what would I give this? What do we give it? What do I rate this with Mission Impossible?
I don't know, 5 out of 5 exploding cassette tapes.
Exploding cassette tapes. Yeah, 5 out of 5 self-destructs. I think it's like me and my half points. 5.5. 5.5 exploding cassettes out of 5. It's honestly better than 5, I think. That's how perfect it is. Like, guys, the sound design in this movie, it's gonna make you... I sat for most of the movie like this. Like, I was like, I was so worried the whole time. It was so exciting. How about for you?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 exploding cassette tapes. Was that 5? Yeah. And then half. All right, friends, I'll leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts when you go to see it. No spoilers, though, so feel free to discuss, but just don't discuss the spoilers, please. All right, this truck is trying to give us all the lens glare, because that is Mission Impossible style, baby. J.J. Abrams style when he did that one movie. All right. I'll see you next time, friends. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay nerdy. Bye!